Hey, this is Dave from housebearings.com. Today we're going to show you how to install a brand new shower door in a brand new shower. Together with my brother Rich and my son Caleb, we renovate houses and we show you how to do a job yourself so you can save a lot of money. Today we're going to show you how to do just that as we install this shower door. As you're about to see, this job is really not that difficult. We're installing a framed shower door, and so we'll be installing frames that go on the sides, bottom and top, and put the glass in the middle. And with just a few simple tools, you can get this job done pretty quickly. We're putting in a Sterling shower door made by Kohler, and we've already cut the box open, and there's the glass and a few extras down there, and these are the frames, and we'll get those in first. Alright, first thing they have you do is confirm all the parts, make sure you got everything. All these rails came stuck together and wedged inside each other, but there are two sides and bottom and a top. And then there's the handles, and then this strip that has all the different parts in it. Neatly organized, and they show you the same thing in the directions there to make sure that you have all the same parts. So off we go. Here's the bottom piece, and you can see it's just a little bit too long, and so they have you cut this 1/4 inch shorter than the measurement from inside here to the measurement right there, and so 1/4 inch less than that, and they give you a clever little hint that's the width of a number 2 pencil. So I measured 45 1/8 is about where I want to cut. That's a 1/4 inch less, and so I got an arrow here. I put tape on there. It's a lot easier when you're cutting this to follow the contrasting tape line than a pencil line. All right, now that we've cut it short of the wall, we still can look underneath here, and as you see, there's daylight underneath this, and so this corner right here, we have to trim that corner right there so that this track will sit flush, and we'll have to do that on both sides. All right, so we're just trimming the corners with pin snips. It's made out of aluminum, so it's pretty easy to trim. And then both sides, front and back, get trimmed. Okay, with those sides trimmed, now it's completely flush, no daylight, and we're ready to put in the side rails. As we prepare the sides, there's only one way for them to fit, and you see in the bottom here there's a notch cut out. It's indented right there at the bottom, and that's going to fit over this lip right here. So when we put it on, it's going to go like that. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and trim round. We're going to go ahead and round this corner on this side and the other one so that it fits flush. And there it is. We've rounded both of those ends. Alright, so now we'll get the level out. And as we slide this side piece over the bottom piece, a nice snug fit. Put this level on here and make sure that this is perfect, and then we'll tape it in. Now that we've got it good and level and taped in, we're putting a pencil mark right next to this so that when we're going to take this off to re-drill it, to drill holes in each of those mounting holes for the side. And then we can have an easy way to reinstall this. All right, now we're going to mark the holes so that we can add the wall anchors. So we're just doing a real small drill bit right now, and then we'll go back later with the bigger one. Now we're drilling 5/16 inch holes into this so we can mount the anchors. All right, these are the anchors, and so we're going to flatten this out and stick it through the hole. We pinch these like that, and then now that can fit into the hole that we drilled. All right, now we go ahead and just install the screws into the anchors, into the holes that we drilled earlier. When you drill these in, when you screw these in, you have to be gentle because it's metal going into a plastic insert. So we just want to make it snug, and that's it, so that you don't strip that plastic anchor. And you can feel it's good and sturdy. Now each of these screw heads get one of these little covers. Okay, it's time to cut the top rail, and you only get one shot at this, so measure twice, cut once. And there I've got my arrows on there to show me which side I'm cutting, just so I don't make a mistake. Let's go get her done. All right, so now put the top on. Right, the top piece just is going to hang there. It's not screwed in, and the weight of the doors, which are very substantial, will keep it there. Now we have these bumpers, and we're going to slide them up in there. You put it in like this and then turn it. Okay, so we take our bumper, put it up there and twist it sideways, and then push it all the way back to the side. And that's it. That's going to be a cushion for the doors. Okay, at the top of the door, you can see that hole in the glass door, and they want you to put a gasket. It's basically a plastic piece that snaps into that hole, and then you have the bracket itself. It's a metal or aluminum bracket. It's actually going to hold the door, and you slide that over the gasket till all the holes align. And there you go. All right, so once we got those brackets on, we added the roller, and it has that kind of a profile. All right, we hung the first piece of glass, and when you come over here and look at this, you can see there's a pretty wide gap at the top, about a ½ inch. And then when you get to the bottom, it's pretty close. So that means this wall is pretty out of plumb. Okay, so we took the glass out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this screw up one on this end, and then we're gonna make this one go down one on this end, and hopefully that'll straighten out the glass. All right, so there we raised that screw, and we lowered that screw. That should adjust the glass a little better fit. Let's go ahead and rehang this. And these pieces of glass are nothing but heavy. If you're interested in purchasing a Sterling Kohler shower door like this, you can find them on Amazon. We're Amazon affiliates, and we appreciate it if you use our link, because Amazon pays us a small commission for qualifying purchases. Really helps out our channel, and thanks a lot for doing that. And now that gap is very similar all the way down. And that's what we were looking to accomplish. All right, we readjusted this door similar to the first door and raised this one up so that it sits more plumb. And now we just have to lift it, and we're putting this one on the front track, and that door is on the back track. There we go. All right, all lined up. Before we put the handles on and complete the job is to put this guide on. It's a pretty snug fit. There we go. Takes a little bit of doing, but once there, we can go ahead, and that's the center of the door right there. And then that's going to be held in place by 2 self-tapping screws. And these are self-tapping screws, so once they get seated, I quit drilling. There we go. Let's put the handles on. All right, the last bit of assembly is taking these handles. The fitting on the back is a 9/64 Allen wrench, and I didn't have that, so I had to go get it. But it's pretty simple. It's just unscrews out of the back, and that singular Allen screw holds both sides that attach to the glass as well as the handle. So I'll just take those apart, just reassemble them. They have a plastic washer in there, which is pretty nice. But as with anything that's delicate, especially this glass, want to make sure this is tight but not too tight. You can always get retightened if for whatever reason it wasn't tight enough the first time, but you don't want to go crazy on tempered glass. Tempered glass is strong, but when you go too far, it breaks into a million pieces. Now I'm just taking this piece right here and straightening it out so it's in line with the handle itself. All right, the final step on this is to go ahead and tape everything up. And we've just left a little bit of a line there. We're gonna caulk in between there. And once we do all that, it'll have to sit for 24 hours, the kind of caulk that we're using, and then it'll be ready for full use. Well, there you go, the finished product. It took a little bit of time, but it's not super complicated. If you just follow the instructions step by step, you'll have a really good finished product. 24 hours from now, the caulk will dry and it'll be good to go. If you got any questions, drop us a line. If you got anything out of this video, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for viewing, and we'll see you next time.